Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all good today. I am back with another video. I thought I would go live today and do a Q&A regarding Arsenal, the men and women's team. I thought it would be great to do one of these and chat with you all. And yeah, obviously I have actually done a video today about the latest transfer news. So if you do want to check it out, I have done a pre-recorded video. But as I said, I wanted to come on here to sort of answer your questions and have a nice chat with you guys about Arsenal. So yeah, I obviously appreciate those that are watching right now. I know this one is a bit of a later one, but obviously I'm grateful for all of you that are here and have your questions already. I'm going to get straight into it. Gunner_fan says, what would be your perfect signings for both Arsenal men and women's team? A great question, by the way, thank you. And big up 170 Gunner. Um, will we sell? Will we sign Kelly and Sellergaard? I'm going to come on to that as well. I just wanted to answer this one first. So my perfect signings, obviously, for the women's team. I mean, I think the first one has got to be Chloe Kelly. I mean, I know she's still an Arsenal player, but you just never know with her situation if she is going to sign, if she is going to stay at Arsenal. So obviously with that, I'm not too sure. But for me, she would be a perfect signing for us for sure. I think I'd be made up with that. So for me, Chloe Kelly would be that one for me. And obviously another dream signing would be, someone like Bonmati, Alexia Putellas. So yeah, I think those for me for the women's team would be my dream signings. My dream signings for the men's team for me, would be someone like Isak, Gyokeras. I think those are signings that would definitely help Arsenal and definitely really elevate and improve the team. So yeah, obviously I could go into more players, but pretty much those are my perfect and ideal signings. Thank you so much for your question. As I said before, big up to 170 Gunner. Will we sign Kelly and sell Odegaard? I mean, personally, for me, I don't want to sell Odegaard yet. I mean, I want to give him another season. I don't think he's been here a while, I do appreciate, but I feel like he really needs another season to see if he's still got it, if he's still that Odegaard we've seen from a few seasons ago. But obviously a great question. Obviously with Kelly, I do think we will sign her. I think that is probably going to happen. Obviously, we hear lots of stuff every day. I don't know what to believe personally. Like I hear a lot of stuff, and I'm thinking to myself, what can we believe? So it's very difficult to know what rumors are true, what things are true. But I really do hope we can sign Chloe Kelly. She does seem very happy here, and she seems like she's at home at Arsenal. Obviously, with Chloe Kelly, a contract does end in the summer, so I think for me, she's definitely want to move somewhere that is a happy place to her. And as I said before in a few shows, I know there has been links from other teams, like America, which is crazy. Obviously, some teams in Europe. So yeah, I'm not surprised other teams are looking at her because she is really a great player and she's really proven herself and she's really shown on the biggest stage in the Champions League what she can do. So yeah, I think for me, I feel like I would love to, see her sign a new deal. And yeah, obviously I don't know when that's happening. Will it happen after the Euros? I don't know, possibly. We're gonna have to see what happens with her, but it's gone a little bit quiet now, I would say. I don't really know the situation just yet, but yeah, it does seem with Chloe Kelly that things have been agreed on both sides. I think she probably will want to stay at Arsenal, but obviously at this moment in time, not much has really gone about, not much has really happened or developed. So yeah, for me, I think with her, we're gonna really have to just see how it goes from there. But yeah, I think we'll have to see. But yeah, I'd be happy as she said. I'd be kind of upset if she'd leave because I think there's a really good player in her, and she's still. I think Chloe Kelly is in her late 20s. Sorry, so I feel like she's still got a lot of the time ahead of her, and she's still got so much potential as well. So yeah, I do really hope we can keep her. I would keep Odegaard. Yeah, I would too. I think if he had a similar season to the season that's just gone, I'd probably think to myself, maybe, we do need to move him on, but for now, we'll definitely keep him. She could go to Chelsea or City for the money they've got. Um, Odegaard has been out. Yeah, he hasn't been great this season, but if we're being honest, I think he has had some really great seasons before that. I think he's had I think especially when we've been competing for the league, he's been so good. So I feel like just because he's had one bad season, I wouldn't get rid of him. I want to see how he can improve next season, how he can get better. But obviously, if he had a season like he's just had, I definitely would, um, consider other options. And yeah, he is our captain, so we just need to step up next season, and really hope that that is what we'll see from him. Also, regarding this one, she wouldn't go back to Man City after how they treated her, so I don't think that's an option for her. And I know they've got a new manager now, and that's happened. But I think because of how people have treated her at Man City, I think with Chloe Kelly, I think her time there's done in her mind. So Chelsea for sure could be an option. Chelsea obviously have won a double. Chelsea are a very successful side, but I just don't think she would go there. I think Arsenal is probably her place, her home now. So yeah, with Chloe Kelly, like I said, I'm really hoping that she can stay on and really help us in these next few years. I know the deal has obviously been announced that she could be here for the next few years if she does extend. So yeah, I think for me it's going to be really interesting to see how that does develop. But yeah, I'm really hoping with Chloe Kelly and some other signings, we'll definitely see more things happen. And like I said, I'd be really happy if she did stay at Arsenal. I think that'd be a great bit of business, especially the fact it's on a free. She's left Man City, hopefully. I know a lot will be going on behind the scenes that we obviously don't always see, but yeah, I think for me that would be a really good bit of business if she was to stay. And I feel like she's built some great partnerships, some great friendships, and I think to win the Champions League in her first season must be a great achievement for her, must be something so incredible for her. I know she's won the Euro, she's been very successful, but I think for her to win a Champions League with Arsenal, a team she stayed with growing up, I think would mean a lot. And I know Arsenal has a special place in her heart. So yeah, Chloe Kelly is obviously um, at the moment not much has happened about it. It's still quite um, in the it was nothing's been announced. I think it will happen, but maybe after the Euros. If England win the Euros, that'd be amazing, and then we can announce it. But obviously, right now, nothing has been announced, which is a little bit frustrating because I just want something to be announced. Yeah, I think Odegaard definitely. I would definitely give Odegaard another season. I think he had a poor season. He'll know that himself. I think he's been very good the last few seasons. So I think just because he's had one bad season doesn't mean he's a bad player. So yeah, I think for me, I want to see how he can, improve, develop, and hopefully improve in the next few seasons for Arsenal. Be up, Kian. I hope you're good. Rodrigo, as a really great question, so thank you so much. I do appreciate you popping in as well. Yeah, I think they're both very great players. I think it's incredibly hard to decide, but I did get asked this, and I think to myself, which player would probably adapt more to the league, which player would suit us more. I'm probably going to say Eze. I mean, listen, I'm not going to complain if we got either. I'd be very delighted. I'd be so happy to have them here. But I think because Eze's been in the Premier League, he's played in those cup finals and done really well. I just think that he would really fit at Arsenal. He would suit how we play, and yeah, I just think he'd suit us a lot more. So, yeah, obviously no hard feelings with Rodrigo. Like, obviously, if we got him, I'd be happy too. But I suppose there's always that risk when you bring someone else from a different league. Are they going to adapt? Are they going to do well in this league? But like I said, they're both incredible players, and they're both players that are going to take Arsenal to another level, and that's a great quality to have, and that shows what great players they are. But as I said, I think it's going to be a tough one. But for me personally, I pick Eze. Um, That'd be a dream signing. There's both be dream signings really, but it's quite hard to decide. Let me know what you guys would decide because listen, they're both really good players. I think you know I think they both of them, if they come to Arsenal, they would probably start in this team straight away. I mean, Eze is a really great attacking player to have. I think he's someone that can just come in and would definitely start. But yeah, Rodrigo, listen, I'm not taking anything away from him. He's a great player too. But I just like with Eze's experience in the league, I think it definitely helps him a lot more. And we've seen Eze in cup finals, and that's exactly what we need. Someone that's not afraid to take players on and not afraid to score outside the box or dribble past players. So I think with Eze, I think he's very talented. I think we definitely have to bring him back. But yeah, I think Rodrigo could help us, but I just feel that Eze would be a bit more suitable, and I feel like he's would adapt more. But obviously, they're both great players, so I can't complain really. Um, Big up Champions 25, UCWL. Big up yourself. Hope you're good today. Martinelli is better than Rodrigo. I think with Martinelli, I think it's really hard with Martinelli because a few seasons back I thought he was amazing and the goals he was scoring was incredible. But I think the last season it has dropped off a little bit. And what I would say about Martinelli is that I think if he gets the goals, I feel like I can talk about him a bit more highly. I think Martinelli is a great player. I just don't think he is consistent enough with his finishing. But I still think Martinelli next season, if we are keeping him, I think he's got a big point to prove for himself, and I really want to, prove himself a lot. So I hope with him that he can definitely have a really good season next season. I'm pretty sure Martinelli will stay. But for sure, if Rodrigo Eze here, they're going to make it incredibly hard for Trossard and Martinelli to get in this team. But yeah, I think they're both good players. But I think Rodrigo would probably excite me a lot more. I think with Martinelli and Trossard, I think we both know they're great, but they can be quite predictable as well. And we do that change in the attack. So I think for me, I think we do need something different. But Kian, but I think they'll both offer great flexibility. Arteta likes a player that can play multiple positions. Yeah, definitely. I mean, I know with Eze, I know he could probably play in that attacking midfield position. He could play. I think he'd be happy playing anywhere. To be honest with you, I think he's just got such great attitude. So I think for me, yeah, Arteta does like that. Players that are quite versatile, players that will play in different positions. But yeah, obviously that is really interesting. I do agree with that. Um, I think Rodrigo's ceiling is higher, but Eze may hit the ground running faster. I think I think with Eze, for example, I'm not looking ahead to like in 5 years' time. I'm just looking ahead for next season. I feel like next season with Eze, I'd be confident that he could get us a lot of goals on the wing. I'd be confident that he could definitely provide assists, create a lot of chances for the team. But I think with Rodrigo, I'm not sure what I don't know his capability is, and I think, as I said, I think Rodrigo is definitely a great player, and definitely in a few years would be great for us. But I think with Eze, I think he's another good option. I think they're both good options, but I think just I'd be happy with either of them. As I said, I think we just need someone on the left that's really going to help our team, that's really going to improve our team, and that is exactly what Arsenal needs right now because we have looked quite predictable. We have lacked something different. We need something that's missing in this puzzle. We need something to excite us when we're watching Arsenal. So Eze for me would be a brilliant signing, but like I said, if Rodrigo came, I'd be surprised he's coming to Arsenal because obviously it's a lot of money for him. I think Rodrigo is a lot more expensive as well, not by much, but I think Rodrigo's like 77 million. I think Eze 68, so a bit of a difference. I think I'd go for Eze because I feel more comfortable that he could get a job done. In If we're in a final, if we're in a big moment, I truly believe that he could get us over the line. I mean, obviously a striker is going to help you get over the line too, but I think for me, having a winger that's able to provide you goals is going to be just as important. But yeah, obviously, I don't know if we'll get any of them. Obviously, the latest of Eze is pretty much the same. I don't think anything has changed, but I really do hope things will change in these upcoming days because I would love Eze, Rodrigo, and also definitely think there would be really good signings for sure. So we'll definitely have to see what does happen for sure. Be up, Reggie. I hope you're good. Sorry to say, but we ain't going to be in the top two next season, and 10 in hunger from City and Liverpool is miles clear from us. I hate that this runner still has time, but we are already well behind. I think it's really difficult. I completely agree with you because you're seeing other teams do so much work behind the scenes. I'm not saying that we're not, but I think for us it's so difficult because it's nearly July and we've not signed a striker yet. And it's incredibly frustrating. I really can't, argue that enough. And it just feels like we're not doing much at all. So yeah, I do completely agree with you there. It is frustrating. It really is. I want us to do more business. I want us to sign some players. I know, obviously, we have technically signed, Kepa, Zubimendi, and Odegaard. Um, I think pretty sure they're all done. But I think for me, it would be nice if we could, bring in some players soon and announce some players soon, because I do agree. I think the excitement is wearing off a bit. I think the way they're making us wait so long that probably we're not as excited as we should be. So yeah, I do agree with that, and I think Liverpool are definitely showing their hunger. Obviously, they've just won the league, and this season they're going into the season bringing some credible players, and they're not messing around. So we should really have that mindset. We've had a difficult season, we've had injuries, but we've had a few setbacks as well. But I'd literally put that behind us now and go on to another season. I do think Arteta and Berta are doing things behind the scenes, but I think they need to move up a bit quicker. I think it's going far too slow for me, and I do think it's really frustrating me, to be honest with you. And yeah, I just want us to get some business done pretty soon, because it is getting to the time where you want to start bringing in the players. I mean, pre-season's coming up soon. I think we're in the Emirates Cup as well, so um, it is really frustrating. I mean, I'd love us to bring in Gyokeras now, or whoever we're gonna get, because it'd be a great opportunity for them to play in these games in pre-season, to know what these other players are about. I mean, they're getting used to different teammates as well, so we might be playing a bit different next season. So we need these players to come in. I mean, obviously the 23rd of July is our first game against Milan, and then obviously we've got Newcastle on the 27th. And then Spurs until the 31st of July. So the 23rd is really the time. I mean, a few days before that, we'll be flying away as well. But it's just like you need to get it done so much sooner, because when it's July and when it's that time, we definitely need to be bringing in the players. I mean, obviously it's 28th of June today. I'm really hoping that I honestly said to myself, by the end by by the end of June, I think we should have at least signed a player. It should be announced. But obviously it hasn't, so I'm really frustrated. And I don't know why it's taken so long. But yeah, for pre-season, that is the time we need to be bringing in your midfielders, your attackers, so they can all learn to play together, because it's all new to them coming to Arsenal, and they've probably some of them might not know each other. So yeah, for me, it's massively frustrating. Bjork it's I don't think. Um, Bjork and I'll be more frustrated if a striker isn't in the pre-season. That is a must. Hopefully, we'll see it ramping up next week. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, for me, we have till the 20th of July. I mean, we'll probably fly out a few days earlier, but it's really frustrating. Like, we've not got a striker in yet. We really need someone to, that striker. I mean, obviously, we've all heard Gyokeras and Sesko talk, but Arteta might have someone else, but we really have to. Whoever bringing in as a striker, we have to do that by this month. I want it to happen a lot sooner, as I've mentioned, because it's all very slow for me. We're taking too much time. So I feel like for me, I'm with you. I think if it comes to the time where it's like, the 23rd of July, and we're in pre-season and we have pretty much the same squads. Obviously, by then, I'm pretty sure Kepa, Zubimendi will be announced, maybe Nordegaard, but I just think like we keep a big up to Keane. Like, I do agree with what you're saying. We're doing a striker for the pre-season. I think everyone will have a different opinion on pre-season. For me, I view pre-season as it's just a great opportunity for players to play with each other, especially the new players. I mean, the strikers, the midfielders. We're going to have a completely different midfield going into next season with Zubimendi. Obviously Rice, Nordegaard's there. Nordegaard might be a player that would be more of a bench player, but whatever his position is, I think it's great for these players to connect and play with each other. So for me, I just feel like we're wasting time, aren't we, really? And I think Liverpool and, as Reggie says, Liverpool, Man City are doing their work for us, and we're just not at all. And I am concerned. I'll be honest with you guys. I'm a little bit concerned. We hear stuff every day, and I am thinking to myself, what is true? Um, what is actually going to happen? I mean, you hear Sesko, you hear Gyokeras news, but I would love for us to bring in an attacker as well pretty soon as well. I really hope that can happen for us. I think we definitely need a winger or two, a striker. If that was done by pre-season, as I said, I think that would be a great bit of business. But yeah, obviously right now, unfortunately, yeah, not much is happening. Big up, Ashik, Harry. I hope you're good. I hope you had a good day as well. Big up to everyone as well as watching my show today. I really appreciate it. I know it is a later one, but obviously grateful for all of you that are currently watching. If you're currently watching, guys, don't forget to smash that like button for me. And if you're new here, new to my channel, also don't forget to subscribe here too, as that would help my channel very much to grow. But yeah, obviously thank you all to those that are currently watching me right now, and yeah, do send in any questions you guys want me to answer. On a brighter note, great to see you are finally getting some cover for sleep. But yeah, it definitely looks like that. I know I did a video today that I've been chatting about it the last few days, but I know with Masquera, he would definitely be a good bit of cover. I mean, I know we've got Kivior, which I think he is a bit of cover as well for Gabrielle or some whoever. I mean, he can play different positions, but I think it's definitely a good thing to have that cover there, that defensive cover. Because I think, like we said, if Sleeper gets in, you know, you want to have someone that you can rely on that can do a really good job and can step up when we need them to step up. Um, and also, I mean, with Saliba and Gabrielle, they've both picked up injuries last few seasons. I mean, Gabrielle's injury was a little while, and we've definitely missed him. We struggled without him. We did struggle, but I think Kivior did a really good job as well, stepping up as well. But yeah, he was definitely missed. He really was. But yeah, I think I don't want us to sign too many defenders. I don't want us to focus on that too much because I think we already have a good squad as it is. And we need to improve in the attack. The attack is obviously what I think Arsenal need to go for and improve and focus. We have to focus on the attack and midfield a little bit. So as much as I'm happy we've brought in a defender, I know it's not been announced yet. I know there has been sort of speculation. A bid got rejected, but Arsenal are set to put another bid. But I do think we need to bring in some more attacking players. I think that the attack is going to be what helps us win. So it's going to lead us to silverware. So yeah, I feel like for me that's definitely something that has to happen for us going into next season. So yeah, obviously, I think if I'm being honest, the pretty much the done signings are obviously Nordegaard, Kepa, Zubimendi. Obviously, Mosquera is probably if they're happy with our second bid that we put in, then I'm pretty sure that could be a done deal. I did wonder as well if we are getting rid of if you are bringing in Mosquera, are we going to get rid of Kivior? I hope that wouldn't be the case because I do quite like Kivior. I think he's definitely grown on me. He's definitely really proved himself, and it would be a shame to let that go. So yeah, for me, I would definitely be happy with him. And yeah, I think having that experience and like having that defensive cover is only going to be a good thing for us. And yeah, obviously we hope that does happen. I think we have obviously been busy this summer. I do think we are doing stuff, but I think it's that striker that's the problem that we're having is that not much is really happening. And I think we need to obviously make our signings a lot quicker. I mean, like Reggie said before, Liverpool, Man City aren't messing about, and we've got to have that same mindset. Why do we have a different mindset to that? We've had a poor season, in my opinion. Why aren't things moving on quicker? Why aren't we signing any players? It is frustrating for me. So, yeah, I do think we need to bring in a striker before the pre-season, because the pre-season is important. It prepares you for season. Big up, Temilo, linked to Gyokeras and Sesko end up with Sananko. Can't pronounce it properly. Sanango on loan. It wouldn't surprise me, honestly. I mean, I said to someone the other day, I mean, we've been linked to Gyokeras and Sesko. It wouldn't surprise me if we end up buying someone else. I mean, I don't think Watkins is off the cards. I mean, I think he's probably like an option if anything didn't happen. But yeah, I wouldn't I would not be surprised at all with that because I think you never know what to hear, what to believe online. We are hearing a lot of rumours, but not much is really happening right now, unfortunately. Linked to Rodrigo Leo ends up with Shakira on loan. I'm worried about things because I hear a lot of stuff, and obviously a lot of it's probably just a load of rubbish. But there are things that I do think will probably be true. I know that obviously I've spoken about a few options that we have been linked to. The likes of obviously Rodrigo, Eze, Alanga, Anthony Gordon. I think Arsenal are generally keeping options open. But I also feel as though we need to decide now who are we going to bring in as the attacker. I mean, great to keep your options open. It's great to have different, ideas and different plans, but we have to decide. We're taking far too long. We're faffing about. I feel like. Big up, Temilo. I'd like the stream. Keep the good work. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. It's so great to see new faces in here as well. So big up everyone that is watching us. I'm really grateful. I know there's quite a few of you now. If you do have any questions for me, if you've got any Arsenal related questions, do send them through. Obviously, I'm happy to answer them. And we'll probably stay on here for about 15 more minutes, as I like to chat with you guys as well. It's super fun. To anyone that is new here, obviously don't forget to like this video, do subscribe here, do drop me any comments you guys have, and I'm happily answer them for you. Be up yourself. Love new Arsenal content. I'll follow and listen. Keep it up. Thank you so much. I do really appreciate that. Good seeing new people in here. A good question from James. Arsenal got a 300 million budget. Which guy should we go for? A great question, actually. I think for me, that's really. I'd definitely improve in the attack. I think that is something that we have to go for. So Eze for me would be um the one for me. I think Eze is 68 million. So on the left, I'd probably have him. I think it's so difficult. I'm trying to think what I could do wisely. um, because the thing is, I'm thinking about Isak. Like, would I rather go for him or go for Gyokeras? It's cheaper. Um, Let me go back. I'll go with Gyokeras. I think. I think Gyokeras. I don't know if he's about 80 million. I'm pretty sure he is around that wage. I'm trying to think who else I would bring in. I think I'd probably bring in another attacker as well. That's a really good question. Obviously, I'm trying to think. I would probably be greedy and bring in. Do you think Rodrigo would be about? Is Rodriguez for 78 million, isn't he? Um. That's a real question. So yeah, obviously, I would go for Eze, Rodrigo, Gyokeras probably. Yeah, it's incredibly difficult. Yeah, I'd probably go for them three. I mean, that's a lot of money. It's really crazy when you think about it. That is a lot of money, but unfortunately nowadays that is what you have to pay, and that is the price of things. But yeah, I'd probably go with that. The thing is though, with Isak, I think Isak's probably worth now about 150 million, maybe a little bit less, but I definitely think with views like that is just how much you're gonna have to pay for him nowadays. I think it's incredibly expensive, but I think that is just the situation. Yeah, remember we've already spent 20 million. Yeah, I'd probably go for that, even though that is probably a lot of money. I don't know if I'd probably overspent, but you know what? I'd probably get there. Yeah, Isak. I think when I think of Isak, I think to myself, you could have got like, you can get two players for Isak, and I think would you rather get Isak or gamble and maybe get two other players? I think it's a difficult one, isn't it? Really, but yeah, that's obviously what I would go for. I think Arsenal. I mean, Arsenal are gonna have to spend a lot of money this summer. I don't really know how much we're gonna spend, but it's gonna be a lot, really. So yeah, that is my players that I would like to bring in. Obviously, that is a little bit of money, but I think nowadays, I think you're gonna have to spend that much money if you want to rebuild your squad. I think that is just how it goes, really, and I think you're gonna have to pay a big wage, pay a big amount of money. Um, Isak is too expensive. Get Osimhen, Gyokeras, Eze, Rodrigo is overhyped. Yeah, I think Isak is too expensive. I do think if you get Isak, he is going to be worth every penny, but I do think that is too pricey. Osimhen, yeah, I would be happy with that as well. Gyokeres, as a Rodrigo overhyped. I think with Rodrigo, I would be happy with him, I really would, but I think Eze would be my person that I would like to bring in. But it's going to be a really difficult decision, whoever does come. Um, but obviously, I'm excited to see who we can bring to Arsenal and who can really help us going forward. But yeah, I think Isak. I mean, Isak's a lot of money, isn't he? I think if we are being realistic, I think Newcastle wouldn't want to sell him. But if they are going to sell him, it's going to be like 150 million at the most. And I mean, if Arsenal did spend that on him, I don't think we're going to bring any attackers in. So I'd rather us bring in a striker and still bring in some attackers too. So yeah, obviously we'll have to see what happens with Arsenal in the season. I think we're going to have I think we're going to have a really big summer. I hope we do. I really hope we do because we've got some great players, but we need to strengthen in the squad really. So yeah, Isak would be my dream signing personally. I don't really know if it would work. I don't know if it would happen. But yeah, we're gonna have to see what goes on with that. Um, Isak is injury prone. We need consistency up front. I think he has had a few injuries here and there, but I wouldn't really say he's injury prone. I think he's still a good player. I think he would still really. I think he'd get us like 20 goals, or get us more than that possibly. I think he's someone that I think he would be consistent, but due to his injuries, maybe that could be a problem. And like I said, we don't want injury-prone players, do we? We want players that are going to be consistent, that we can rely on. We need players that we will be able to rely on. So for me, I think that's going to be really important for us next season because how many players have we had that have had so many injuries? I mean, it's a joke, isn't it? Really, we've had so many. So yeah, for me, that's really important for us that we bring in these attacking players that um are going to give you that consistency up front. I do agree with what you're saying. I think if some of these players weren't injured so much, I do think things would have been different. But I do definitely believe we need some reinforcements in the attack. Um, he misses 20 games a season. Yeah, and I think as well. I mean, I think when he's gone, they are Isaac is missed dearly. I think when we played them, I think we played at the Emirates. I remember thinking, they don't have Isak, and I thought they really struggled without him. And I thought it was a lot easier to play them. But I think they've also got attacking players that can really help them score. And I think we obviously are struggling with that. I know we can get goals from like Saka, um, Marino, or other players like that. But I think we're obviously missing that. So yeah, that's definitely part of our game that we do miss. But yeah, I think that's a really good point as well. We want to bring in a striker that is going to play most of the games and help us obviously win the league, help us win a lot of stuff for sure. So yeah, for me, that's going to be a key part in our season, next season for sure. So yeah, I do agree with that. We need someone that is going to be consistent, that is going to play a lot of football, and that is going to be there. We need players that we're going to rely on, and unfortunately, we don't have that. And we have players like Zinchenko, Tomiyasu, California, I guess, Ben White. I mean, so many of them have had so many injuries. It is costly. It will cost us, and has cost us at times because they're players that could definitely help us defensively. That could definitely help us with goals. I mean, California can score some great goals, but I think if you are bringing in any attackers, we do need them to be a lot more consistent than other players have been. So yeah, obviously, I'm hoping that that can be important for us. Obviously, Saka has been out for a big period of time, but we know he's consistent most of the time. So I think I can live with Saka being out for a bit. I think we need that rotation. I think we need to see more of Ranieri though when Saka has been out. So yeah, I definitely feel as though that's going to be a big part for us next season, keeping the players fit and bringing in reliable players that can help us next season. Big up James Jesus is still at the club. That's our bench depth. Is shocking. I'm worried into. Yeah, I think he needs to go soon. To be honest with you, maybe not this summer, but maybe in January or maybe next summer, because you can't rely on him at all, can we? It's really ridiculous if you think about it. I think he is. It's not someone that you can rely on. We have reliable players. I think there's certain players you probably think of when you think I can rely on you. Maybe like a Timber, Lewis Skelly, anyone at the back. I can say we can rely on. I mean, Sleep and Gabrielle, obviously. Um, Rodrigo, do you think we'll go after him over Eze? Great question. I honestly don't know. I would probably say to you that we're going to get Eze more than Rodrigo. I think Rodrigo is going to be a lot of more money as well, and I'm not sure if he actually wants to leave Madrid. I don't actually know if he wants to leave Madrid. I probably think Arsenal have been interested in both, but probably more Eze. I mean, Eze lives in London. Eze knows the Premier League quite well, so I think that would be incredibly difficult. But yeah, I do think he could probably come as well. We are getting Eze. Rodrigo's not going anywhere. Yeah, I'm not really sure Rodrigo if he is going anywhere. To be honest with you, I wouldn't be surprised if he just stayed where he is. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if he just stayed in Madrid and sort of, went through that season with the new manager. Obviously, it isn't off the cards. He could come to Arsenal. We never know, but I don't think it would. I'm not sure it's likely to happen. But yeah, like I said, I'd be happy if either of them. Whatever happens, I would be very happy, and I want to see for sure how that can go. If you guys have any last questions, I'm going to stay on here for about a few more minutes before I do wrap up the show. I've been on here for a little bit today, and honestly, it has gone really quick. I'm not going to lie to you guys, it's gone so fast, as it always does. But yeah, guys, if you have any questions you want to send in, don't be afraid to, ask me anything about Arsenal, men and the women's team. I do like doing these type of videos, so you're quite good to do. But yeah, with Thursday, I think SA is probably a lot more likely to happen. But I don't think Rodrigo is off the cards. I think with Rodrigo, I think it'd be more of a risk bringing him here because I don't think he has that experience in the league. I don't know if that would work, but never say never. We'll have to see what happens. But yeah, here's hoping that Arsenal can make some business and get things done. In the summer window. But obviously we need that striker to be announced. We really do. I'm just tired of waiting. I just want it to be announced now and. Yeah, I really do hope we'll hear some news soon. Eze, Rodrigo, we have no other options. We are cooked. I mean, I think Arsenal have at a stage in this window. I think we were interested in Elanga, Anthony Gordon, but I think it's Eze. I think Eze would probably be our only option. I think if we're going to get Eze, I think we should do it sooner than later. Put in the bid, just get it done. I just think we were faffing about and because I know I'm not worried that Spurs would buy him, but I know Spurs have been interested in him as well. So for me, I think we just got to get the job done with Eze. Like we have to get a job done with Gyokeras if we are going to get him. I think Arteta and Edu need to just think who the guys that they're going to get. I'm not sure. I keep saying I do. Berta and Arteta need to just decide together who they're going to bring in and get it done. I know things like the paperwork and all other things will take a lot more time, but I just think they need to decide themselves who they're going to bring in and get it done and hope it works out in their favour. Because obviously if it doesn't work out next season, then I think it might go wrong for Arteta. And I think Arteta is running out of time if he doesn't win any silverware. So yeah, for me, I think it's going to be really telling who they bring in. But yeah, I'd definitely be happy with Gyokeras as a obviously obviously got Gyokeras as a and then we've got Zubimendi, Norgo Kepa. My only argument was that I'd probably want another attacking player because I do think we need more squad depth. I do think we have the money to bring in more players, but I don't really know if that's what we're going to do. Don't know what the plans are with that. Gordon is Newcastle through and through. Yeah, I do get that, but I also think if a good offer came up, then he might want to take it. I think Gordon is a very exciting player. Obviously my options would always be Gokres and Eze, but Gokres, Eze, and then Rodrigo. They're my attacking players I would love, but I think if Gordon came, then I would also support him and be excited about what he could obviously bring to the team as well. So yeah, I would definitely be interested to see what he could do. But yeah, obviously we're gonna have to see what Arsenal are gonna do. I will be back as well in these next few days. I'll probably do a live stream tomorrow, guys, as well, to see who we can obviously bring in. But I'm gonna end this now, guys. I've been chatting for a little while. Obviously, I do appreciate you all watching this. I know this one is a little bit of a late one. But yeah, I'll be back tomorrow, guys, to do more of an update as well. If there's any updates, I'll be back there. But yeah, we need another attacking mid and RCB. Yeah, I think we do need quite a few players. Really, really do. It's a busy summer. I just hope we can get things done before pre-season, so we're all prepared going to that. Nothing worse than going to pre-season and not having your players that you need going to next season. So yeah, for me, I really hope that can happen. But yeah, thank you all for watching my show. I'm very grateful. Like I said, if you are new here, do subscribe to my channel to help me grow. Do like this video too. And yeah, I'll probably be back tomorrow. If not tomorrow, then obviously Monday I'm doing a live stream with someone at 3 p.m. So yeah, I'll be back then. But thank you all for watching. Hope you all have had a great day, and I will see you very soon. Bye, guys.